variant on red-green Valakut that is running 2 Avenger of Zendikar instead of using Inferno Titan, which we've been seeing as the extra finisher. And on the other side, what do we have there?
On the other side, we have blue-white Cawblade, and again, we see 2 Tumble Magnets. These Tumble Magnets are rising to the top of the field.
Right.
His list is a little different than the Nick Spagnola list that we've seen played by a few different people here today.
It's pretty close, though.
Yes. He has 1 Baneslayer Angel.
Right.
And he has 26 land. He does not have access to a 27th land out of his sideboard for the control mirrors.
And he is running 4 Tectonic Edge main. Some people are only running 3. He's got a full set.
Oh, I think if you're blue-white, you play 4.
Right.
Yeah. He has 4 Spell Pierce, which is, something that is kind of a throwback to the Pro Tour.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we compare this to the Spagnola list, I think the difference is -1 Baneslayer, -1 Spell Pierce for...
Well, he's got an extra mana leak. He has Deprive. He has a Stoic Rebuttal.
He does not have Deprive.
He's a Stoic Rebuttal. I'm sorry.
In the board, you mean?
No. Nick's list.
Oh, Nick's list. I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you. I misunderstood what you were saying. Okay. Yeah, actually, this deck's main deck looks like it's 2 cards off of what AJ was playing. Okay. We're going into a game 3 here between these two, so they're also both boarded. In terms of Christian's board opportunities, Christian can board in Summoning Trap, Nature's Claim, and Acidic Slime. Acidic Slime particularly useful with the Green Sun Zenith as a means to take out swords.
That's something that's really interesting about Christian's deck is that he's playing the Battlements, and he's not playing Cobras.
Yeah.
Never to be found.
On the other side of the table, we can see excuse me, 2 Flash Freezes, probably 1 Sun Titan to pair up with the Tectonic Edges. Do you bring in Sword of Body in mind? I don't know that you do.
I think you do.
You do?
Yeah, I think it's definitely better than your lifestyle.
Better than, and makes the second Mystic have use.
Yeah, you want your Mystics to have more value, and just the pro green on a sword is very good. The Wolves do make your clock faster, and Valakut is a deck that can just draw off the top and kill you. So
he's got 2 Volition Reigns.
I like Volition Reigns. I think just in general, an Annex effect is really good against Valakut.
We're starting out. We've got a Stoneforge Mystic up against. Is that just Explore into an extra land?
It is.
Okay.
The passes the turn. This is such a dangerous place to be in against Cawblade when they pass the turn with 2 mana up, ready to drop their sword into play with their Mystic, or ready to mana leak your spell. He's playing 3 mana. He's probably going to cast Cultivate. That's what comes down. Search his library for a Mountain, which will probably go into his hand, and a Forest, which will probably go into play. Or 2 Forests.
And Ricky earlier just looked so calm and ready. He knows he doesn't have to stop that Cultivate, which means that there's going to be a sword in play on his Mystic attacking.
Christian playing very well here. He decided he wanted to play around a Tech Edge, which is something that he knows is going to be a huge part of Ricky's game against him. He knew he needed the double green. The sort of Feast and Famine comes down for Ricky, and Ricky gets to attack here with a sword hit, which is pretty good. Let's see if he has any other action.
Opportunity for Nature's Claim, and it's not there.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Nature's Claim in the main.
No, this is game 3.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Please report to the side event stage.
Christian's list looks very interesting. It's kind of a throwback to the list we saw the very first weekend that Besieged came out.
Absolutely. He discards a Green Sun Zenith. Plays a 6th land.
And I think he's going for the Titan.
Let's see if a flash freeze hits
That's
this,
a
or a mana
foil.
leak.
It's a pretty
Oh boy, and it resolves.
yeah.
That's pretty just rough for Rick. Now the thing that's really interesting about the way that Sword of Feast and Famine works, you can't even bother to wait to play around a mana leak. A lot of times with some opponents, you can just kind of wait a few turns because they're not doing anything that's scary. The Sword of Feast and Famine just takes away that option entirely.
It's really interesting just how strong cards like Primeval Titan really are. Like it was irrelevant what Ricky was doing, even though his spells were so powerful and everything. The fact that he could not interact with this one large card just made it almost impossible for him to win.
So down comes a Jace. Jace activates for Brainstorm. I think he wants an oust here if he boarded one in.
But he definitely boards in the oust.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should board in the oust, but you know, he might not have. He should, but
Yeah.
yeah, there it is. Yes, that's what I like to see. And then in comes the Feast and Famines, chopping away at the hand and resetting all that mana.
Yeah, and Christian can't really be happy with the turn of events that have happened.
What do we got there? Lots of glare on something. A foil, is that? Is that why it's so glary?
Yeah, I can't really tell what it is. Now, Christian has another Primeval Titan, so, you know, Ricky's not out of the woods yet. I think that may just be a core Firewalker.
Oh, is it just a core Firewalker? Alternate art core Firewalker, perhaps?
Yep, I think I see the DCI logo there in the glare. Now,
here comes the...
huh, that's interesting. He
Okay.
he chose to get a 5th mountain instead of getting a 3rd Valakut.
Is that a 6th mountain?
No, if it was the 6th mountain, he would be dealing damage right now.
Well, right.
That's why I wondered why he didn't get 2 mountains or 2 Valakuts, one or the other.
Is that a Raging Ravine underneath that Valakut?
It is.
There we go. Okay, it is a core Firewalker. And down comes a mountain to activate the 2 Valakuts in play.
Yeah, so he can either kill that Mystic, or he can kill the Jace and the Firewalker.
I would, at this point, just kill the Jace and the Firewalker.
Yeah.
Three to you, redirect it.
Oh, he didn't go for the Firewalker.
Yep, and just 3 to you, 3 to you. At this point, I mean, the core Firewalker isn't probably going to gain 3 life, right?
It's true.
So it's gaining him 2 life, though, as a potential blocker. I mean, if he's not planning on casting another red spell, that's right. If he casts 2 red spells, then that's wrong.
He also just has to worry about like the racing implications of a core Firewalker. Like the clock is different from a core Firewalker to it's 5 turns versus 4 turns on the Stoneforge. Oh, and he has the Colonnade, so
yeah. In this case, it's actually 2 turns either way.
Yeah,
2 turns either way.
So I believe his play was correct. It's to untap all of his lands, and I believe is that an oust in his hand?
Oh,
Yes.
how monstrous.
Yeah.
And he's got an Avenger of Zendikar in his hand and nothing else, I don't think.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not good enough.
Yeah. I mean, Avenger We don't know what that top card is. What
I
is that?
believe it's a lightning bolt.
Could well
So-
be. Here comes the Avenger. Oh, another
No.
Titan. Wow.
I thought that was
Oh,
an
is that
Avenger too.
resolve? Oh, Doctor.
I suppose he discarded the Avenger.
So he can do 12 damage here.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Is he still dead? Or.
He's in a position where
Well, he has the bolt. And then he can. So he can block Firewalker. No, he's still dead.
depends where he's dealing the damage. I don't think that he's declared it yet.
Actually, he can send all of it at Mystic. And then.
He's got 12 damage. I mean, he can split it up pretty crazily.
Yeah, he sends 6 at the Mystic, and then 6 at Ricky. Or even 6, 3, 3. That might be the correct amount.
Yeah, just go straight to the dome.
Oh, Christian's at 13? I thought Christian was at 14 before the last attack.
And there appears to have been a life total correction.
Oh,
So we were working with some slight different information than we
yeah,
should.
that changes everything.
Levi, I got you.
Core Firewalker gets equipped with sword. Sentence opponent.
Coming in for 4, knocking him down to 9 if it works. Bolt the Mystic.
Yeah, and now things are looking pretty rough.
Day of Judgment. There we go. So a mountain wins. Anything that finds a mountain wins.
Yeah. Now, let's see, what is it?
Come on, Christian, show us.
I don't think it's what it needs to be.
So there's the Raging Ravine from before.
And the Raging Remains lethal.
There we
And
go.
that's it. Yep.
Zing.
Christian Keith defeats Ricky Zhao 2-0.
2 to 1. 2 to 1.
2-1.
Yeah.
And
Side event stage, please.